Is your favorite football team going to make it to the Super Bowl? Well, what about your favorite bourbon? Let's find out. What is going on, everybody? Nathan here with the Everyday Drinker, bringing you guys a brand new video series that I have concocted in my head, and I am bringing forth to you here during this 2023 NFL season. What we are going to have is 32 bourbons assigned to an NFL team. Now, you're probably asking yourself, how are we going to do that? Well, on your screen now, you are going to see a wheel with all 32 NFL teams and a wheel with 100 bottles of bourbon that are all behind me. We're going to click that button that says spin all. It's going to spin both of those wheels, and it's going to give us two results. Whatever team it lands on and whatever bourbon it lands on, that team is assigned that bourbon for the entire season. So, moving into the season, we are going to have blinds. Whatever team gets whatever bourbon, I'm going to put into a blinded sample bottle, and those bottles are randomly going to be selected each week, and in a single elimination bracket, we are going to move forward until we get to said Super Bowl of bourbons. Now, the Super Bowl of bourbons is not just going to be 2 bourbons, it's going to be 4. So you're going to have your final 4 bourbons moving into the Super Bowl. If you don't want to miss any action on this series, make sure you drop that like. Leave a comment down below on what your favorite NFL football team is and what bourbon you wish your football team will acquire. And at the end of this, what bourbon you think is going to win. If you're brand new, make sure you smash that subscribe button down below so that you don't miss any of the upcoming content. And for as little as $2 a month, go check out the Patreon. You can join up and you can win awesome, fantastic things. But without further ado, I'm going to slide my face up to one of these corners and make this screen nice and big for you all so that we can find out right now what bourbons are going to get what football team. I hope you guys are excited for this NFL bourbon season because this is going to most likely be an annual kind of a thing. But without further ado, let's get into team number 1. We are going to have the Denver Broncos getting Legent. Denver Broncos have selected Legent with the first overall pick in the 2023 NFL Bourbon Draft. We're going to spin all again, and we are going to have the second pick coming up right here. I wonder who it's going to be. It looks like we're going to have the Arizona Cardinals selecting the Old Elk Wheated Bourbon. Now, Old Elk Wheated Bourbon is coming in at 92 proof. This is a wheated style bourbon, and, well, we've got 2 okay picks coming off of the board, right? We're going to find out right now what we can get with the 3rd overall pick. Right now, let me know what we got. All right, if you guys are enjoying this, make sure you drop that like. Looks like we're going to have the Kansas City Chiefs selecting E.H. Taylor Single Barrel. Is this going to be a juggernaut for the Chiefs? Are they going to move forward just like they do in the real NFL? This is insane. I cannot believe that they just selected this bottle. 3rd overall. It's just unreal that this bottle is going to the Kansas City Chiefs. I just cannot believe that. But, hey, we're moving into pick number 4. Pick number 4, it's a fun one. Here we go. Looking like we've got the Dallas Cowboys selecting Wild Turkey Rare Breed. Wild Turkey Rare Breed going to the Dallas Cowboys, coming in at 116.8 proof. We're going to find out just how far the Dallas Cowboys can move into the Bourbon NFL. And it's going to be a fun one. Wild Turkey Rare Breed, decent bottle of bourbon. Everybody loves it for the price. But we are moving into pick number 5. Pick number 5, it looks like it's going to go to the Atlanta Falcons, who are picking the Barrell Private Select. Now that right there is a big pickup by Barrell going to the Falcons. As we all know, this bottle right here won the Barrell Bourbon Showdown. Pick number 6, here we go. What are we going to get next? We've got the Houston Texans selecting Widow Jane Decadence. Now, one of your bottom tier football teams coming out with a steal in the picks here with Widow Jane Decadence finished in maple syrup barrels. This is a 91 proof 10-year-old bottle of bourbon that you never know what can happen. These Houston Texans, we're marking all the teams here so we know what bottle goes to what team, and that's looking pretty darn pretty right there with those Houston Texans on that Widow Jane Decadence. You never know. That one right there, for even being a low proof, might come out on top. But here we go. We're closing that out. Let's spin the wheel again. We've got pick number 7 coming up, and it's looking like we've got the New York Jets coming out with a Bardstown High Rye Bourbon. Now, this High Rye Bourbon, the white label here, is 96 proof. It's going to the New York Jets. Got to find their sticker here. Here we are. And that right there might be a really good pick. Not quite sure how far that will move in the entire contest, but hey, you never know. Here we go, looking like we've got the Washington Commanders coming out with 1792 Bottled in Bond. As you all know, the Bottled in Bond is not one of my absolute favorites, but you never know. All right, we're moving into the next pick here. We've got 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. Pick number 9 is on the board, and we are going to have the Tennessee Titans picking Woodford Reserve Double Oak. Now, Woodford Reserve Double Oak is coming in at 90.4% alcohol. This is a finished bourbon in new toasted barrels. You never know. I have my doubts about it, but Tennessee might have their choice, and they could come out on top. You never know. We are down to pick number 10 here, and we are looking at the Cincinnati Bengals picking Widow Jane 10-year. We've got 2 Widow Jane bottles off the board here. And just like the Decadence, this is a 10-year-old, 91 proof bottle of bourbon. Let's move into pick number 11. Let's go. Pick number 11 is going to go to the Cleveland Browns, who are picking Old Forester 100 proof. Now, I've got the Old Forester 100 proof rye here. I don't have the actual 100 proof on me, but I will have a bottle of that going into the sample bottle here. So don't worry, this is not going into that bottle. Without further ado, we're on pick number 12. Pick number 12 is going to the Buffalo Bills, picking Early Times Bottled in Bond. Early Times Bottled in Bond. We're getting down to the bottom of this bottle here. Gonna have to get a new one here soon from somebody outside of the state of New Jersey, but 100 proof bottle, just cannot go wrong with it. All right, I think we are on pick number 13, so let's find out right now on pick number 13, who are we going to have coming out on top here? It's looking like it's going to be the Chicago Bears. No, it is the Carolina Panthers picking the other Woodford option. We've got Woodford Reserve going to the Carolina Panthers. All right, we are on pick number 13. I'm losing track here, everybody, but you will know on your screen what it is. We've got the Oakland Raiders picking the Old Forester Rye. So this right here is going to have the Raiders on it. So 2 Old Forester bottles out of the way. What are we going to have next? Another E.H. Taylor, a barrel proof to a team? Who knows? We've got the Pittsburgh Steelers going with the Jack Daniel's single barrel strength. I think the Steelers wanted to go with their black and yellow look by selecting this bottle right here. This is one of my highest proof bottles on my shelf, coming in at 131.9 proof. But this is going to stick out like a sore thumb, most likely, with that Jack Daniel's flavor profile. So who knows, maybe they will move pretty deep into this contest, but you never freaking know. Next pick on the board, we are going to have who? None other than the San Francisco 49ers coming out with a big bang here. We've got Stagg Jr. Batch 18 going to the San Francisco 49ers. Now, as an Eagles fan myself, this hurts to see a great bottle such as this go to an NFC West team that thinks that they're better than the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, yes, I'm hoping I hurt some 49ers fans' hearts there a little bit, but nonetheless, you might move pretty far in this contest with this bad boy right here. All right, next up, we are going to have Next up, we have the LA Rams picking Barrel Vantage. We've got some proofy bottles coming out of here. This Barrel Vantage is 114.44% alcohol. That one right there is going to be a heavy, heavy hitter. We're moving in to, I think, the final 15 picks here. What do we got? 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We're on pick number 17, and we have the Miami Dolphins picking Barrel Batch 35. Miami Dolphins could have just come out with this sleeper pick here. This is Barrel Batch 35 coming in at 117.5 proof. That is a proofy bottle filled of flavor, and we're going to find out here coming into the future in the next couple of weeks just how well that does in these blinds. But coming in at pick number 18, looking like we're going to have the LA Chargers picking the Wilderness Trail Wheated Mash. So here we go. We've got the Wilderness Trail going to the LA Chargers. 100 proof bottle of bourbon. Can't go wrong with this one, but you never freaking know how far it's going to go. We're moving in. Again, I've lost count of what pick we are on, but if you're enjoying this, make sure you drop that like and let me know if your team has picked already. We've got the Detroit Lions going with Larceny Batch A122. This is coming in at 124.4 proof. Definitely a good pick there, but nonetheless, we're moving on. Hope you guys are enjoying this because this is fun for me. I'm really excited to see what bourbons are picked by these teams, and we're gonna go with the Vikings here picking Penelope Rio. The Vikings coming out with one of the best picks in the draft. Penelope Rio going to the Minnesota Vikings, but we're gonna find out who's picking next. All right. It's looking like we're going to have the New Orleans Saints coming out with Smoke Wagon the Younger. Smoke Wagon Uncut the Younger is a 4-year-old MGP coming in at 57.97%. So let's spin both of these again and let's find out who's picking next. Is it going to be my Eagles? It is not. It looks like it's going to be the Seattle Seahawks coming out with the 2XO by Dixon Deadman, the Phoenix blend, their first release. Double oaked bottle coming in at 104 proof. Get ready for our next pick. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 picks to go. What bottles of bourbon will be picked? We're going to find out right freaking now. Looking like we've got the Baltimore Ravens going with Larceny Batch B522. Larceny Batch B522 is coming in at 123.8% alcohol. Really, really good bottles, and you know, you just can't go wrong with those. Some of my absolute favorite bottles that were released last year. We're picking right now, we're going with the Jacksonville Jaguars, who are going to have the 1792 single barrel. Now, 1792 single barrel is coming in at 98.6 proof. Really, really, really delicious pour right there. One of my favorites that, for under 100 proof, packed full of freaking flavor. Jaguars definitely got a good pick there, but we're looking at 7 picks left. Here we go. We are going to have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers picking Buffalo Trace Kosher Wheat. This is the same exact mash bill as all the Weller products, but ran through a kosher line. Next up, we are down to our final 6, and it's looking like we've got the Philadelphia Eagles picking Buffalo Trace. So my birds really didn't get a really good pick there, but nonetheless, they were close to Stag 15. I don't have much faith in them moving very far in this matchup, but you never know. They could do pretty well against other lower proofed bottles, but those higher proof ones, it just might come out on top. You never freaking know. We've got our last 5 picks here, and we're going to have the New York Giants picking Barrel Batch 31. That might be the #1 pick of this entire draft, going to a desperate team for a desperate good season. And if you don't know about the Barrel Batch 31, this is at least 6 years old, coming at 111.2 proof. Damn good pick right there by the New York Giants, coming in late in this draft. We've got 4 teams left. Let's find out right now. We are going to have the Indianapolis Colts selecting the Bardstown bottled in bond. Now this one is the wheated bourbon coming in at 100 proof, bottled in bond. But here we go. We've got our last 3 picks coming in. Looking like we're gonna have the Green Bay Packers coming in with 13th Colony Rye. Now, this is the second rye that has been picked. This one is finished with French oak staves, and it really could do the Green Bay Packers some love there with both of those. So here we go. We're spending last 2 picks here. We're gonna have the Chicago Bears coming out with 1792 small batch. 1792 small batch, bottled at 93.7 proof, and man oh man, one of my favorites at that proof range, but you never know. We've got 1 pick left. We're looking at the New England Patriots, and who out of these last bottles are they gonna get? It's looking like they're gonna go with OKI. This is their batch number 1. This is 100 proof, but it is a blend of 8 to 10 year low rye bourbon, 3 to 8 year high rye bourbon, 9-year-old 95.5 rye whiskey, 9-year-old rye corn whiskey, and 10-year-old light whiskey. Here we are, everybody. This is your 32 team NFL bourbon draft. We're gonna find out here in the next couple of weeks who is going to go head to head against each other and move on to the final Bourbon Super Bowl. If you enjoyed this one, let me know down below. If you have any hopes for your team to move into a specific round, let me know down below. Or if you're going to be a bandwagoner and hop on one of those new teams that are getting a really good bottle, let me know as well. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Until next time, this has been Nathan with the Everyday Drinker. Cheers.